Well, good evening once again, everyone, and welcome back to the John J. O'Neill Gymnasium here on Nantucket. It's the second part of our doubleheader as the Nantucket boys Whalers basketball team will take on the Mashpee Falcons. I'm DC Collins. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Chloe Remick on camera, Weston Scott on camera, and Charles Douglas spinning the dials behind the controls here as we bring you the NSC on NCTV. A tough one for the girls basketball team as they lose in their season finale by a point, 42-41. Boys looking for revenge after a tough loss last night on a buzzer beater to Monomoy 60-59 as they take on Mashpee today. We'll have the senior recognition ceremonies coming up in just a few moments. Before we get to the rest of our game preview, we'd like to thank our founding sponsor for the NSC on NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They've made the students of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic support on Nantucket and have continued that mission through their support of the live broadcast of Nantucket Whalers athletic events right here on the NSC and NCTV. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Nation.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
Good evening and welcome to the John J. O'Neill Gymnasium here on Nantucket. At this time, would you please direct your attention to the far side of the court, where we will now recognize our senior boys basketball players along with their parents, friends, and families. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the first senior, number 2, Jasir Smith, accompanied by his mother, Nasia Smith. The next senior, number 20, Jaden Williams, accompanied by his mother, Claudia Williams, his father, Devon Williams, and brother, Jonathan Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, our next senior, number 5, Dante Brim, accompanied by his mother, Erica Briscoe, his sister, Cass Carter, and his niece, Kaylani Smith. And finally, a co-captain, number 24, Jake Haig, along with his mother, Ashley Christ, father, Fletcher Haig, and brother, Owen, and sister, Christine. And to the seniors, Jasir, Jaden, Dante, and Jake, your commitment to excellence, your leadership, and your perseverance have been an inspiration to your teammates, to your coaches, and to the entire Nantucket school community. You've shown us the true spirit of teamwork and sportsmanship, and we are so proud of all that you have accomplished. As you prepare to take on new challenges beyond high school, know that you will always be part of Whaler Nation. We are grateful for the memories you've created here and the legacy you leave behind. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause, please, for our seniors and their families and friends as we wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please recognize the entire Nantucket High School boys basketball team. Tonight's matchup is between the Falcons of Mashpee and your Nantucket High School Whalers. Ladies and gentlemen, Nantucket High School, the Cape and Islands League, and the MIAA asks that all in attendance please join coaches, players, and officials in practicing good sportsmanship in the support of your team and also in your conduct towards players, coaches, and officials and other spectators. Violations to the code of conduct will not be tolerated and may result in dismissal from this evening's contest. We thank you for your cooperation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for the Falcons of Mashpee. First starter is senior, number 2, Dominic Mattiato. Your second starter, number 11, a junior, Michael Barron. A guard, a senior, number 22, Ben Squarcia. A junior, number 23, Jonathan Carew. And number 25, Nick Robillard. The head coach is Jordan Residence. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Nantucket Whalers. A senior, 5'11", number 5, Dante Brim. A senior, 6'2", number 20, Jaden Williams. A senior, number 21, the big man in the center, Ethan Jarrett. A senior, number 24, Jake Hay, co-captain. And a senior, Jasir Smith, number 32. The officials from the MIAA this afternoon are Mike Hirschman and Justin Spur. At this time, we ask you all to please rise if you are able. Remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. welcome, ladies and gentlemen. John J. O'Neill Gymnasium, Nantucket looking for revenge. Tough loss last night by the Whalers as they lost to Monomoy at the buzzer, 60-59. Nantucket, their last regular season game against Mashpee. Girls lost today by 1 point, 42-41. So the boys looking for a little bit of revenge right here against the Falcons. As we are set to get underway, Mike Hirschman and Justin Spur, your officials. Same one as the girls' game. You see Hank in the background. The Nantucket Whalers mascot. And we are just about set to go. Nantucket in white, Mashpee in blue. 8 minutes up on the board. As it will be Jarrett to take the jump ball. Nantucket will be going right to left across your screen here in the first quarter. John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Glad you could join us here on the NSC on NCTV. I'm DC Collins filling in for Chris Morris this afternoon. Weston Scott on camera, Chloe Remick on camera, and Charles Douglas behind the controls. As it'll be Jarrett and the tap won by Carew of Mashpee. Falcons won the earlier meeting this season as Nantucket in a 2-3 zone defense right now. And the student section is filled in nicely across the way. Off to the right-hand side, bounce pass to Carew, and the ball stolen away, out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Nantucket, though. So Mashpee will still have it, 20 seconds in, no score. And so here's Barron, the junior, number 11 for Mashpee to inbound. Nantucket still in that zone defense. Up top, this is Oliveria. And the shot from the corner is up and good for three. Barron hits it. And the first points of the ball game scored by Mashpee. This is Smith. Smith in the front court. Nice bounce pass. They tried to get it all the way over to Williams. Knocked out of bounds though, and a turnover by Nantucket. 3-0 lead for Mashpee. 7:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Back beyond the perimeter. This is Barron with it again for three, and he's heating up. He's got the first 6 points of the ball game. Both three-pointers and a 6-0 lead, and a steal by the Falcons again. This is Barron with it. This three is put up by Squarcia. No good. And Jarrett grabs the rebound. Nantucket up ahead. Here's Williams with it. Jarrett has it at the foul line. Tries to get away from his man, Mattiotto. Out of Haig. Now Jarrett will fire a three. That's good. As the big man hits from outside, Ethan Jarrett with three puts Nantucket on the board. Barrett in the front court right now. Off to the right-hand side, gets it to Squarcia. Barron will try another three, and that one rims out, no good. And the rebound pulled in by the Whalers. Brim in the front court. Top of the key. Up to Haig. He'll fire the three, and that one is off the back of the rim, no good. Tapped around, rebound pulled in by Mashpee. Falcons have it. Here's Barron into the front court. Right-hand side, that's Squarcia. Now up top to Mattiotto. Mattiotto from the top of the key. That three ball is good. So all the points scored on three balls by Mashpee. They're up 9-3. 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Here's Brim in the front court for the Whalers, trying to go coast to coast too hard. Jarrett with the rebound and the follow through, and he gets hacked on the way up. So Ethan Jarrett will go to the line for Nantucket to shoot two. It's our first foul of the ball game. And it goes against Nick Robillard. 5:42 left, first quarter. Mashpee 9 and Nantucket 3. Jarrett's foul shot, up and good. And he'll get one more. Next foul shot, that's good as well. Jarrett brings the Whalers to within 4. It's Barron in the front court. In the guard position with Mattiotto, the two that will bring up the basketball for Mashpee. Nantucket a 2-1-2 zone defense now. In the corner, The three is left short as Robillard threw that up there and out of bounds, and the Falcons will regain possession. Oh, wide open is Barron. The three is good. Didn't have a defender within 5 or 6 feet of him. And he's got another three. And a 12-5 lead now for Mashpee. That three is off the back iron, no good by Smith. Rebound fought for. And finally Robillard clears it out for Mashpee. Up ahead to Scorsia. Now to Barron. Barron top of the key. Backdoor cut, nice pass. Underneath, rejected by Jarrett. Oh, Carew didn't see Jarrett coming. And Jarrett sent it in to the students section on the sideline. So Mashpee will inbound, now 18 seconds on the shot clock. Barron looking for a screen. Right-hand side with it now is Robillard. Started there by Brim. 6 to shoot for Mashpee. Barron has to hurry, drives in, the floater from the elbow, left it short, no good. Jarrett grabs the rebound. Pass intercepted though. Scorsia has it. Here's Barron, another three. That one misses the mark, and here's Jarrett on the outlet for Nantucket. Jarrett trying to go coast to coast, a reach-in foul. And so they'll keep it on the floor. Some subs for the Falcons right now, as Jonas Dioloviera is checking in, and along with Max Smith. And now some subs for Nantucket. Alan Genty comes in. Burke Lombardi comes in. And Ryder Tardamella comes in. As some of the seniors are checking out for Nantucket for head coach Willis Ferreira. 4:17 left first quarter, 12-5 Mashpee. Falcons on the run. Barron has the basketball in the front court. Barron guarded this time by Lombardi. Barron still with it as they work the perimeter. Now down low. Nantucket with the zone defense, double teaming the ball carrier. Foul line jumper. That one misses by Smith. Whistle and a foul underneath. And flying in was Sparcia. I think he hit Genty. Genty rubbing his eyes a little bit, but good sportsmanship by Scorsia to come over and check with Genty, make sure he's all right. Nantucket will inbound. And that foul was against Scorsia, so his first, team's third. Here's Genty with it. Kicks it back out. Lombardi has it at the foul line. Over to Genty. Now moving it to Grant. And the pass goes off of the fingertips of Tardamella. And it's a turnover for the Whalers. (12-5) Mashpee. Still in the first quarter. 3:26 remaining. Barron thought about the three from the top of the key. Instead, this is Dioloviera to take it. And a whistle, and official calls timeout. Let's see. And 16 on the shot clock as the ball didn't hit the rim. So Mashpee will still have it. 16 on the shot clock, 3:19 on the first quarter game clock. Mashpee still up by 7, 12-5. Scorsia. Now some fancy passing. It's knocked away though and intercepted by the Whalers. Jake Grant with it. Up ahead to Lombardi. Back to Grant. Grant drives in, right elbow jumper, left it short, no good, and the rebound pulled in by Scorsia. Over to Barron, who will slowly jog it across the timeline into the front court. .245 to go in the first. Still a 7-point lead for the Falcons. Smith, now to Barron. 10 on the shot clock for Mashpee. Down low, baseline, back to Barron. 3 on the shot clock. He'll shoot the long three. That misses everything, and the long rebound comes all the way back out. And a shot clock violation because it didn't hit the rim. So a turnover by Mashpee. So we'll go the other way. Nantucket not really generating any offense in the last few moments. Mattiotto checks out. Nantucket with Tardamella to inbound. He's on the floor along with Grant. Also Jarrett. And it goes off the hands of Genty and Lombardi out there as well. The 5 on the floor for the Whalers. Barron now in the front court for Mashpee. To the right-hand side. The Oliveria had it for a moment. Now in the hands of Spinola. Turnover though. Grabbing the basketball is Lombardi. Stops at the top of the key. Off to Grant. Grant, baseline jump shot. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound by the Whalers as Tardamella got tied up, and a whistle and a foul. And this one goes against Squarcia, his second. Team's fourth though. So one more, and that puts Nantucket in the bonus. Whalers have yet to commit a foul. Brendan Andrade checks in. And Squarcia will take to the bench for Mashpee with 2 personals. And the inbounds pass hits the bottom of the backboard by Grant. And so a turnover by Nantucket. And we go the other way. This is Barron with the basketball for Mashpee. They lead 12-5. 1:40 to play here in the first quarter. Barron shake and bake. Kicks it off, and it's intercepted. Great positioning there by Lombardi for the steal. In the front court to Tardamella. Now back, and the 3-ball rattles out. No good by Lombardi. Battle for the rebound, a whistle, and this will be the first foul against the Whalers here in the first quarter with 1:24 on the game clock. Jarrett gets whistled for the foul, his first. Barron with the right-handed dribble. Mashpee passing around. Spinola has it. Now a cross-court pass. The 3 is up by De Oliveira, and it's no good. Quickly up ahead. Nice pass to Jarrett, and the layup is too strong. A little too tough for him to handle. Lots of steam on that pass by Grant. Good look, but just a little too fast. Jarrett couldn't convert the layup. Down to 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Spinola. Now Andrade has it. Back to Barron, fakes the 3. Cross-court pass, here's a 3 by Spinola. That rims out, no good. Ball tapped in the air a few times, pulled down by Andrade. Back to Barron, he fires the 3, that's good. Oh, he is deadly from beyond the arc. 15-4, or 15-5 rather, Mashpee. Nantucket down by 10, shot clock turned off, 20 seconds to play in the quarter. In the lane, the shot no good. Genty had lots of room to work with. Just threw it up there. Now Barron gets past him. Mashpee can play for the last shot here with 11 seconds to go in the first. Barron gets the screen. Barron kicks it off. Here's the 3 by De Oliveira. And that one is way short. And Nantucket has it. And here's a heave at the buzzer. It is short. And we have reached the end of the first quarter here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium on Nantucket. Falcons up by 10. Mashpee 15, Nantucket 5. Second quarter action comes your way right after these words here on the NSC and NCTV.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Second quarter about to get underway. 8 minutes up on the board. Nantucket trailing Mashpee 15-5. As it will be Whaler basketball. They're in white, headed right to left across your computer screen or TV screen tonight. Grant with it to Lombardi, to Grant. Now it looks like a 1-2-2 zone defense by Mashpee. Lombardi, long distance three, that's good. As the freshman Burke Lombardi hits it. Draws Nantucket to within 7. Headman pass, it goes to Andrade in the front court. Gets tied up, but gets rid of it this time to D'Oliveira. And a whistle and a timeout called by Mashpee. We'll take one as well. They've got 4 timeouts left. Nantucket with all 5, 7:32 remaining in the second quarter. Mashpee basketball, when we come back, they're up 15-8 over Nantucket on the NSC and NCTV.
He's got it! He's got it!
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
So after the timeout called by Mashpee, that leaves them with 4 for the game. Nantucket with all 5. We've got 7 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here in the second quarter on senior day here on Nantucket. Whalers down 15-8 to Mashpee right now. Spinola now with the basketball. As Barron is actually on the bench, and Nantucket happy to see that. Filling in Daniel O'Brien, the sophomore guard. He connects on a 3, and the lead back up to 10 for the Falcons, 18-8. Lombardi to Grant. Now Jarrett down low, layup is good. Nice tic-tac-toe passing as Tardamella gets the 2 for Nantucket. And they're down by 8. Backcourt trap by Nantucket. Up ahead, now there's numbers the other way for Mashpee. Here's O'Brien with it, pass down low, intercepted. Nantucket takes it away. Good job by Lombardi to get back on defense. Lombardi in the front court. Now the left-handed floater, that's up and good. Nice move by Genty. As he was quiet for most of the first quarter, he scores 2. And now the Whalers to within 6 points. Remember, Barron is on the bench right now for Mashpee. He was deadly from beyond the arc in the first quarter. Left baseline with it right now. This is Andrade. Now back to Spinola. 11 on the shot clock for the Falcons. Spinola looking to drive in. Gets cut off there. Kicks it back. Here's a 3 by Smith. Way off the mark. No good. Jarrett grabs the rebound. Here's Genty. Genty trying to go coast to coast. Stops. Whistle and a foul on the floor against Mashpee. First foul against either team here in the second quarter. And it goes against Dan O'Brien. Patino back in. Grant comes out. And it's Amari Bramwell checking in for the first time. And underneath, Jarrett wide open. The big man scores 2. Nantucket needs to try that more often because it's effective as Jarrett is the tallest player. Here's a steal by Bramwell. Gets it back. Now driving in Genty. Tries to kick it off. Knocked away. But back in the hands of Genty. Drives in. Layup left it short. No good. Jarrett right there. His rebound attempt. Put back is no good. And Mashpee coming the other way. In the lane. Whistle and an offensive foul. Oh, great job showing his effectiveness. Bramwell, the hustle is there on the offensive end, chasing down the rebound and the steal, and now drawing the charge. Andrade whistled for that one against Mashpee, his first, team second. So 5:33 to go in the second quarter. Nantucket basketball. They trail, though, 18-14. It's a 9-3 run for Nantucket to start, as this one hits high off the rim and then hits the support. So it's a dead ball and it'll go over to Mashpee. Now Nantucket, some 1-2-1 pressure. Pass up ahead, ill-advised. Falls right into the hands of Jarrett. Nantucket ball. Bramwell gets it slapped out of his hands, and here comes Mashpee the other way. Patino up to Spinola. Spinola thought about the three. Guarded by Bramwell. And a timeout called by Mashpee. We'll take one as well. Mashpee left with 3 timeouts. Nantucket left with all 5. 5:04 to go, second quarter. Mashpee basketball, they're up by 4. 18-14 back after this on the NSC on NCTV.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
See the student section. Most of those boys and girls have been here for both games. Unfortunately, the girls basketball team lost by a point earlier on their senior recognition day. Whalers boys basketball team right here trailing 18-14 to Mashpee. It'll be Mashpee basketball after the timeout. They got 3 timeouts left. Nantucket with 5. And no inbound in the front court. O'Brien to throw it in. 5 minutes to go, first half. Right baseline, the jumper is blocked. Oh, Carew got it rejected. Here are the Whalers in the front court. Jarrett has it. One dribble, layup, good, counted in the foul. Oh, he got fouled on the way by. And so Jarrett at the line for the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. Let's take a look here on the replay. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Jarrett ducked out of the way. And he's got a chance to pull the Whalers to within a point. They'll call the foul against Patino, his first, team's third for Mashpee. No fouls committed yet by the Whalers here in quarter number 2. Jarrett's free throw up and good. He's perfect from the line tonight. 3 of 3. Whalers down by 1. They're on a 12-3 run here to start this second quarter. We're down to 4:40 to play. And a whistle and a reach-in foul by Jarrett. And that could be number 2 against him. And that is. So it's the first called against the Whalers, but the second for Jarrett. He's got to be careful not to pick up the third. And bounce pass to the corner. Barron back in there. Remember, he had the hot hand from 3-ball land in the first quarter. And a whistle on a double dribble. Turnover now as Yuri Saunders will check in. And Jarrett has to go to the bench with 2 personal fouls for Nantucket. So let's see if Saunders can keep the pace for the Whalers here. Nantucket only trailing by 1, 18-17, 4:26 to play in the second. Some pressure in the backcourt by Mashpee, almost an ill-advised pass, but Bramwell skies for it. And we'll pull it into the forecourt. Here's a 3 by Lombardi, and that hits the rim, and the support offensive rebound. Saunders puts it up and rims out, no good. Should have been whistled for a dead ball and turned over to Mashpee, but they come away with the basketball anyway. And Bramwell steps in front of the pass, knocks it out of bounds. It will still be Mashpee ball. Ben Squarcia checks in. Jonathan Carew out of the game. 4 minutes even to play in the second quarter. Whalers still trailing by 1. Dante Brim in for Nantucket, and Ryder Tardamella will go to the bench. Patino has it. Now to Barron. Now down low. Lombardi got a hand on it. Falls into the hands, though, of Squarcia. Now it's turned over. Here comes Nantucket. Here's Gavin Smith, who just checked in. His 3 is good. It gives the Whalers the lead, 20-18 with 3:45 to go. And now a whistle. And a delay of game warning against Saunders. Not sure what for. but he's got a delay of game warning, which another one would lead to a technical foul. But Nantucket does have the lead, 3:43 to go in the second, 20-18. And here's another pass. Saunders didn't see it, otherwise he could have intercepted it. And this goes out of bounds, and they'll say last touch by Robillard. So the Whalers now have the basketball. Whalers trailed at the end of one quarter, 15-5. Since then, it's been a 15-3 run for Nantucket here in the second quarter. They've got numbers the other way. Hand off to Brim, a little too hot to handle for Bramwell. And now Mashpee has it. Barron in the front court. And a whistle on this foul will be called against Bramwell. And so Bramwell picks up his first. 2 fouls whistled against the Whalers, 3 whistled against Mashpee. This is Robillard. His shot rattles off the rim. No good. Rebound Nantucket. Bramwell in the front court. Off to the right-hand side to Smith. Now to Lombardi. Back to Bramwell. Bramwell fakes the 3 at the top of the key. Plenty of time for Nantucket, 17 on the shot clock. Bramwell kicks it back out. Smith. And a whistle, and dragging his pivot foot right there was Brim. Brim tried to drag his right foot back beyond the three-point arc to maybe possibly go up with a shot. It's just he moved his other foot too, so a turnover by Nantucket. And Mashpee will have it now in the backcourt. Some pressure by the Whalers. And it's knocked away. Nantucket has it. Here's Smith for 3. Back iron, no good. Gets his own rebound. Down to Saunders. Layup, no good. But he gets fouled. Great look there by Gavin Smith. He had the opportunity to drive in after his own miss. Saw Saunders was in better position. Saunders went up with a shot. Didn't make it, but does get fouled. And will shoot 2. As that'll be the 4th team foul against Mashpee, so one more puts Nantucket in the bonus for the rest of the half. Saunders free throw, back of the rim, no good. 2:43 left, second quarter. Nantucket up by 2, 20-18. Saunders with one more at the foul line. And this one, he banks it in. So now a 3-point lead for Nantucket with still some pressure and another steal. Layup is no good, but Brim gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2, and that'll be team foul number 5 against Mashpee. So 2 shots at the line the rest of the way out for Nantucket as they're in the bonus. Brim's first foul shot. It's good. Adioto checks in for Mashpee. Patino to the bench. Foul was called against Patino. That's his second. Next free throw, rims out, no good. Bodies hit the floor. Whistle, jump ball. And Mashpee has the possession arrow. Adioto inbound again. Full court pressure by the Whalers. Double team, getting away is Madioto, and now wide open up ahead is Robillard. His layup is good, and he's fouled. Oh, coming in way late is Saunders. So Robillard scores the bucket and the chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play. You can see once they broke it, wide open was Robillard, and Saunders, way after the layup, comes in and crashes into Robillard. So that's his first of the team's third. And so the old-fashioned 3-point play opportunity for Mashpee right here. Free throw. Back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, up and back. Good, though, for Barron. And so we're tied at 22 and almost another turnover. A whistle blew. Play continued. And let's see who stepped out of bounds. Mashpee stepped out of bounds, so it's Nantucket basketball. Jarrett back in. Saunders out. Risky move for Willis Ferreira as Ethan Jarrett, the big man, has 2 personal fouls. We still have 2:15 to go here in the second quarter. Here's a three, up and good. Gavin Smith drains it from long distance, and the Whalers back in the lead, 25-22. 2:05 to go. Barron in the front court for Mashpee as they work left to right. Gets a screen. Barron has the hot hand from outside. 18 to shoot. Barron gets by one man. Off to Matteo. Barron in the lane, kicks it back out. Robillard for three, back of the iron, no good. Jarrett Skies for the rebound, and a reach-in foul against Mashpee. And we will walk all the way to the other end of the court as Ethan Jarrett will go to the line to shoot two for the Whalers. And so that's the third personal against Ben Squarcia. And he'll have to check out as Brendan Andrade will come in for him. 1:41 remaining in the second quarter. Whalers 25, Falcons 22. Ethan Jarrett at the line for two shots on the double bonus. Free throw up. Hits the back of the rim, no good. Also checking in for Nantucket is Burke Lombardi. As Smith will go to the bench. Added some energy and a couple threes for Nantucket in his time on the floor. Dan O'Brien set to check in for Mashpee in a moment. Jarrett with one more foul shot. Hits the back of the rim, no good. So he was hot from the charity stripe in the first quarter. 0 for 2 right there. Pass is intercepted. Nantucket has it, almost a double dribble. Now Lombardi to the hole, layup is good. Great move by the freshman Burke Lombardi, strong to the bucket. Nantucket's lead is now 5. Mashpee though quickly up ahead. Robillard had it for a moment. Now they move it over to Barron. And the pass tipped up in the air, Barron collects it. 21 on the shot clock. Barron moving around, almost getting triple teamed. Robillard over to Barron, right baseline, he'll pop the three, and that's good. Oh, right into the face of Genty. And Barron with another three ball. Brings Mashpee to within 2. Foul line jumper for Jarrett, that's good. Nantucket back up by 4. 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Barron in the front court for the Falcons. Wide open for three. Matteo misses badly. Barron with the offensive rebound. His three is good and brings Mashpee to within 1. About a second differential shot clock and game clock. Nantucket looking to break the pressure. They do. Here's Genty in the front court. A lob for Jarrett. He grabbed the rim. And so the possession will go to Mashpee. Can't grab the rim unless you have the ball. And Jarrett unfortunately didn't. So Mashpee with a chance to take the lead as the shot clock is turned off with 27.3 seconds. They can hold for the final shot here in the first half. O'Brien to inbound. Again, pressure by Nantucket in the backcourt. It's been mostly effective. Matteo with it. Now in the front court with it is Andrade. And so Matteo has it. Back to Barron. Shot clock turned off. 11 seconds to play in the second quarter. Whalers up by a point. Pass down low, goes out of bounds. They were trying to get it to Andrade, but missed him badly. So now Nantucket with 6.9 on the clock has the chance to play for the final shot. They'll just roll it up, and Lombardi will be the first to touch it. Clock starts. 5, 4, and here's a wild shot thrown up by Lombardi. It's no good. Turnaround jumper at the buzzer, though, and that's no good. But the Whalers go to the locker room with the lead. Whalers, they score 24 points in that second quarter and only 13 for Mashpee. And now at halftime, Nantucket goes to the locker room with a 1-point lead. Whalers 29 and Mashpee 28 here at the half. We'll be back with the third quarter and more right after this. Whalers 29, Mashpee 28. You're watching Whalers Boys Basketball.
Good afternoon. I'm here with Julian Sear and Thomas Smokley today. Would you please introduce yourselves to our lovely Whaler Word fans?
Sure. Thanks, Vicky, for having us here today. I'm Julian Sear. I represent Nantucket as well as Martha's Vineyard and most of the towns on Cape Cod in the Massachusetts Senate.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Thomas Smokley, and I'm a brand new state representative for Falmouth, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket.
And what brings you to Nantucket in February?
So we try to come to the island as much as we can. We have a few meetings today. We're going to meet with the select board this evening. We're having some conversations about state support for our island home. What else are we up to today?
We're also going to have lunch with some of the older adults that we have here on the island. So it's great that we're able to visit the high school as well as visit with some of the seniors here on the island. It's important that as state legislators, we're not only the representatives of the people up at the State House in Boston, but also sort of the representative of the state in the area. So, some of the nonprofits and the local government can make sure that we're taking full advantage of the resources that are out there.
And Nantucket being a town, a county, an island altogether, right? There's a whole host of sort of unique policy challenges that we've got to work closely with our municipal partners on here on Nantucket. Nantucket has a whole host of home rule petitions that come to the legislature and a whole host of sort of specific things that we've got to work on. So we try to show up quite a bit. And I guess today we've got a whole spectrum, right? From some of the youngest islanders to some of our oldest we'll be hanging out with.
As we all know, Nantucket's housing crisis is a big issue right now, and it's been a big issue. And I was just wondering, what are some of the solutions that you foresee as it continues to go on?
So this has been our top priority ever since I was first elected to office. This is my 5th term, I've been working on for the last 8 years now with Thomas, prior with Dylan Fernandez. Really, the housing crisis here has been a problem for over 20 years. The pandemic really put that crisis on steroids, and so we saw housing values on the island in just the last 5 years increase, over 160%. It's really to the point where almost all people living here year-round who don't yet own a home or going to inherit a home are going to need some sort of support to be able to live here. So we've done quite a bit. Specifically, the legislature passed a $5.1 billion bond package, a very significant bill. The governor filed, we passed, signed into law. There's a provision in that law called the Seasonal Communities Designation, and it gives communities like Nantucket, like Martha's Vineyard, like much of Cape Cod, a whole host of tools to address the housing crisis and to bring to basically subsidize year-round housing, allowing towns to establish a year-round housing trust, which Nantucket already has. Nantucket was the model for this, allowing towns to purchase year-round deed restrictions, so we're going to create a middle market for housing. Another provision that's allowed enables towns to provide housing to their municipal workforce, right? Yeah. Housing for teachers, firefighters, public safety. It's a big one, right? Yeah. So this is a pretty significant policy, probably the biggest thing we've been able to do for the island in a number of years. What we now need to get done is we need a revenue source. We need money to pay for all of this, right? Because it's a very costly problem. So we're going to try to come back. We tried to get this done last session, but we're trying to pass a local option transfer fee. So the ability for towns to put a surcharge on luxury real estate transactions and take that money and put that money to housing. So that's sort of next on the list.
That's awesome.
Senator Sear has been a huge leader on this at the state level, and Nantucketers have been a leader on this as well, because Nantucket is sort of the point of the spear, so to speak, related to the housing affordability crisis. And it's something that affects all industries, small business, government, like the senator was talking about, public safety, teachers. So it's something that now you see the governor, Maura Healey, and the Lieutenant Governor, Kim Driscoll, making it a priority of their administration too. So hopefully we'll be able to see some action on the revenue source sometime soon.
Nice. Sounds good. And then moving on to another huge topic. How do the wind turbines align with the state's broader strategy for addressing climate change and reducing fossil fuels?
So offshore wind has been absolutely crucial and key towards Massachusetts' goals of getting to net zero carbon emissions by 2050, and then we have different goals at 2030, 2035, 2040. And so a big part of the strategy, and this has been a bipartisan strategy supported by Governor Baker, supported by Governor Healey, is that we should be tapping into this sort of incredible natural resource that we have. Of course, there's quite a bit of uncertainty right now at the federal level, given the Trump administration. We think, though, that for projects that are nearly built or almost fully constructed, like Vineyard Wind, it's going to sort of have minimal effect. There's some question about projects that are fully permitted but have not yet been been started. I do think that for projects that are in the earlier stages of permitting, these are more so the projects in the Gulf of Maine, which are really kind of off the shore of the Outer Cape, like my neck of the woods, Province Ontario, Wellfleet. Those will be delayed. But this has been a key part of the strategy around Massachusetts in both looking at how do we move to more renewable energy, and then also how do we move to more affordable energy. I'm sure kids are hearing about the electric bills and the national grid bills folks have been getting just in this last month, and this astronomical increase. Massachusetts is already a really expensive place to live, and we have to be sort of prioritizing energy affordability. So that's been part of our plan. It's a little, there's quite a bit of uncertainty right now as we're sort of figuring it out, but I think practically, Massachusetts really has set offshore wind as part of our strategy, along with hydropower, along with solar. Every single legislative session, we have passed major climate legislation, and I expect we're going to continue to do so because the crisis that we face, I mean, we're living it today, and you can see it, I'm sure, even in your own lifetime, right? How we're seeing stronger storms, higher tides, more erosion. Look, there's some important kind of questions that need to be answered, and certainly this summer with the whole blade failure debacle and a lot of unacceptable things that happened there. But I think this is, broadly speaking, a key part of how we're going to try to get to really meet the moment with the climate crisis.
And this is something where both on environmental policy, but also on climate science and engineering, you see a lot of young people stepping up to lead. And that's something that's really reassuring because, it's an existential crisis and something that we sort of have to make a moral decision to do something about sooner rather than later. And to that degree, too, if any of your classmates are interested in getting involved, please reach out to our offices.
Awesome.
There's summer internship programs that go on at the State House. We love to have Islanders get involved in any way, that you're willing to. If you have any questions, a big part of our role is just helping people to navigate the state government. So please reach out. We're there to help.
Yeah, I think young people really understanding that y'all have some power. And I think showing up really matters. I'm someone who got involved in politics, or at least community organizing, back when I was in high school. We had a big budget override that we ended up passing in the Nauset district. And, I know this can feel like a really overwhelming time right now, but it's really important, and there's a real ability, especially in small town governance, right? When you can come to town meeting, you can come to your select board, show up, stay engaged. We need your generation with some of the big challenges that we're facing.
I think that's all I have for you today. Pretty much covered everything.
Thanks for having us. It's great to be in the school. We're here. I think we're popping in on some history classes after this.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome.
What town are you guys from?
So I grew up in Truro, born and raised in Truro, and I live in Provincetown.
Yep, and I was born and raised in Falmouth, and I still live there.
Back here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium, senior day for both the girls basketball team, who unfortunately lost to Mashpee earlier this afternoon by a final score of 42-41, and senior recognition day for the boys basketball team, who are currently in the lead over Mashpee 29-28. Nantucket with 5 timeouts left for regulation, Mashpee down to 3. Foul trouble, it's Ethan Jarrett has 2 for Nantucket, and in foul trouble for Mashpee, Ben Scorsia has 3 personal fouls, and Anthony Bettino has 2. Michael Barron, number 11 in blue for Mashpee, with a hot hand, and he has 15 points so far for Mashpee. Nantucket trailed 15-5 after quarter number 1, but rallied back to score 24 points in the second. They outscored Mashpee 24-13 in the second quarter, and that's why Nantucket has the lead 29-28. As we are set to start the third quarter of play. I want to say thanks to the entire crew. I'm DC Collins in for Chris Morris on this Thursday evening. Chloe Remick on our side camera, Weston Scott up top with me on our main camera, and Charles Douglas, the man, the myth, the legend, spinning the dials and keeping us on the air. I also want to say thanks to Olivia Nascimento, who helped out with the girls game earlier this afternoon. So we're underway, third quarter. Jarrett, baseline jumper, good. Nantucket up by 3. Ethan Jarrett playing with 2 personal fouls. But squares up for 2, and the Whalers up 31-28. 7:38 to go in the third. Mashpee in the blue uniforms working right to left across your screen. Nantucket in their home whites. Nantucket in the 2-3 zone defense. Far corner, this is Squarcia for 3, no good. Rebound pulled in there by Carew. Lost it though, and Nantucket intercepts and we go the other way. Grant in the front court. His pass a little offline, but Brim collects from downtown. His 3-pointer is short. This is Barron the other way. Barron in the front court. And the ball knocked away. Jarrett picks it up. Look out, he's got numbers. Ethan Jarrett, 1 man back to beat. Whistle and an offensive foul against Jarrett. That's his 3rd. Oh, he had room to move and also a teammate trailing. But Jarrett picks up his 3rd personal. And Nantucket picks up their 1st team foul. And so it's a turnover and Mashpee has possession. And right into Barron. Barron now has it. Barron going at Jarrett and a whistle, and if that's against Jarrett, that's his 4th. Oh boy. And it is an ugly turn of events in just 10 seconds as Ethan Jarrett picks up his 4th personal for Nantucket. And with 6:53 to go in the third, he's going to have to go to the bench. Tough break for the Whalers as they lose their big man. There's 1 more, 5 personal fouls, and you're out. So Saunders back in as Barron hits the 3. And now we're tied at 31. In the front court with it right now, this is Brim. Long 2 put up there by Lombardi. That's no good. Offensive rebound. And Genty can't hit. So here comes Mashpee the other way. Here's Barron, lots of room to work with. Off to the side. Mattiotto for 3, back iron, no good. Rebound chased down by Nantucket. Quickly ahead in the front court. This is Grant with the basketball. Bounce pass down low. Saunders gets rejected as he tried to go up with a layup. And the Falcons have it in the front court. Nice passing, and the layup is good. Counted, and the foul against Saunders. And a great move by Carew. He goes to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play opportunity. And Mashpee back in the lead, 33-31 with 5:58 remaining. And Saunders picks up his 2nd personal. It's the team's 3rd here in the 2nd quarter. Mashpee yet to commit a foul. Carew at the line for 1. Back of the rim, no good. Brim with the rebound. Off to Grant. Grant in the front court to Genty. He pops the 3. Back of the rim, no good. And a rebound pulled in there by Squarcia, who's playing with 3 personals. Here's Barron, coast to coast, goes in, bobbles it. Taken away this time by Grant. Whalers on the move, up ahead. Bounce pass, layup is good. Great body control there by Genty. Tied at 33 with 5:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. Pass up ahead to Barron. Barron has it, and a whistle and a reach in. And this will go against Grant, and that'll be the 4th foul whistled against Nantucket. As Grant picks up his 1st personal. But 1 more, and Mashpee's in the bonus for the rest of the 3rd quarter. Here's Mattiotto to inbound. Gets it to Squarcia. 3, way short. Here's Barron for 3. That's good from the other corner. Barron for 3, and Mashpee up by 3. 36-33. Here's Saunders kicking it out, trying to answer is Genty. He does, and a timeout called by Nantucket as Genty ties the game at 36. 5:03 to go in the 3rd quarter. Whalers 36, Falcons 36. We'll take a break and be back after this. It's the NSC on NCTV.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for 3. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
5:03 left in the third quarter. Mashpee and Nantucket tied at 36. 4 timeouts left for the Whalers. They just called 1, 3 left for Mashpee. Ethan Jarrett on the bench with 4 fouls for Nantucket. Here's Barron with it for Mashpee. Left-hand side, this is Robillard. Barron has it, tries to drive left baseline. Kicks it back to Robillard. He fires the 3, front of the rim, no good. Flying in for the rebound is Carew. His putback, it's no good, left it short. Whalers on the move in the front court. This is Brim with it. Brim gives it to Lombardi. 4:30 to play in the third, tied at 36. Nice backdoor cut underneath, turnaround, and the layup is no good. Oh, Grant had it roll off the rim. Mashpee in the front court. Sparcia with 3 fouls, goes up with a scoop shot. It's good. Might have taken a few extra steps there, but it gives Mashpee the lead. They're up by 2 again, 38-36. With 4:05 to play in the third. 3 ball up, no good by Genty. Offensive rebound for Nantucket. In the lane, Lombardi. His scoop shot is no good, and a whistle, and that's a frustration foul right there, as they'll call that against Grant. And now, with 3:58 to go in the third quarter, it's the 5th foul against the Whalers, and we'll walk all the way to the other end because Mashpee's in the bonus for the rest of the third quarter. Not one foul has been called against the Falcons here in the third. 38-36 Mashpee, 3:58 to go in the third quarter. And for Grant, that's his second personal. At the line is Carew to shoot 2. Mashpee sends Robillard back to their own foul line on the defensive end. Foul shot up and good. Grant out. Back in is Gavin Smith. Also Brim out. And Genty back in. Saunders, Genty, Gavin Smith, Burke Lombardi, and also Amari Bramwell is on the floor for Nantucket. Free throw is good. Mashpee up by 5. Remember, they led 15-5 after the first quarter. Nantucket stormed back and led 29-28 at halftime. Kick it out. Tic-tac-toe passing. Here's Gavin Smith for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Smith chases down the rebound, but he's on the sideline. And the student section say, no way. The official was right there. So a turnover. And Mashpee will have it. Here come the Falcons. 3:42, 3:41 to go in the third. Again, the big man, Ethan Jarrett for Nantucket, on the bench with 4 personal fouls. And that ball is out of bounds. Last touch by, they say by Nantucket. So Mashpee will keep it. .21 seconds on the shot clock. In the corner, Squarcia gets it back up top. Madioto has it. Here's Barron. Look out. He's dangerous from 3, and he hits again. Oh, he's on fire from downtown. And now the lead is 7 for Mashpee. A 2-3 zone defense trying to answer that time is Lombardi. Couldn't get it to go. That response, though, is good by Ginty. He hits the 3. Mashpee with the ball. 2:50 to play in the third. 43-39. Falcons with the lead and the basketball. 20 on the shot clock. Barron with it. Barron puts it behind his back. Nice pass to Robillard. His shot rolls off the rim. No good. And a reach-in foul against Robillard, and with 2:34 to go here in the third quarter, it's the first foul called against Mashpee here in the third. And Robillard picks up his second. Nantucket has it. Smith. This is Genty again. His three way off the mark, no good. Mashpee has it. Headman pass to Barron. Barron stops, turns around. Jumper, back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, though, controlled by Mashpee. Squarcia gets it over to Mattiotto. Barron thought about the three. Genty guarding him shirt to shirt. Lob down low. Carew in the lane. Layup, no good. Saunders, his pass is deflected. Barron has it for Mashpee. Falcons have numbers. Bounce pass, nice job by Lombardi to come back and intercept that one. Some sloppy possessions. Here's Saunders, rather. And Genty in the lane, a whistle and a pushing foul against Mashpee. 43-39 Mashpee, 1:45 to play in the third. And subs in right now. As Tartamello will check in. Saunders will go out again. The big man, Jarrett, on the bench with 4 personal fouls. He picked that up. He picked number 3 and number 4 up within 10 seconds earlier in this third quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Gavin Smith for Nantucket. Whalers with 30 on the shot clock. Smith has it. Bramwell now drives right baseline in the lane. Layup is good. Oh, great body control. Nice friendly bounce off the rim, and the Whalers to within 2. Barron in the front court. Barron at the foul line. He's swinging around the perimeter. Spinola has it for a moment. Now to Mattiotto. 20 on the shot clock here for Mashpee. Here's a 3 put up by Carew. That's good. And Carew puts Mashpee up 46-41. 60 seconds to play in the third quarter. Long 3, Smith trying to answer. Rattles out, no good. Lombardi with the offensive rebound for the Whalers. Genty drives baseline. Bramwell now in the lane, kicks it off. Cross-court pass, Genty for 3 from the baseline, that's good! Genty brings the Whalers to within 2. We've got 36 seconds to play in the third quarter. Here's Barron, walking it up in the front court. About a 2-second differential shot clock and game clock. Wide open is Spinola, his 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. The rebound controlled by Nantucket. Shot clock turned off. Whalers can hold for the last shot. They kick it off. Here's the 3 for the lead. Rimming out, no good. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Mashpee can hold for the final shot. This is Barron for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Still a loose ball. At the buzzer, the shot no good, and the buzzer sounds. And so at the end of 3 quarters of play, Nantucket down by 2. Mashpee 46, Nantucket 44. We'll take a break, bring you the final 8 minutes after these words from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium here on Nantucket on the NSC, on NCTV.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
.46-44 our score. Mashpee on top, 8 minutes on the board. We're ready to start the fourth quarter here on Nantucket. Final game for both of these teams for the 2024-2025 season. Of course, Nantucket lost on the buzzer beater last night to Monomoy. They won. They would have had a chance for a playoff spot. And now a whistle and a foul. Offensive foul against Mashpee. And we will go the other way. Robillard picks it up. That's his third, and it's the first foul called against Mashpee here in the fourth quarter. Ethan Jarrett, the 6'7" center for Nantucket, has been on the bench since about 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter because he's got 4 personal fouls. One more and he's done. Turnover by Nantucket. Mashpee has it. This is Barron, who's been lights out so far, especially from beyond the three-point arc. Spinola has the basketball right now, guarded by Bramwell of Nantucket. Bramwell getting closer. Almost a moving screen against Robillard. Barron has it, trying to work against Genty. Off to the right-hand side, this is Mattiotto. And it's knocked out of bounds, and Nantucket basketball. A great defense right there by Smith. They are all over these Mashpee players. And so Nantucket will have possession. A chance to tie and take the lead for the Whalers with 7:18 remaining in regulation. And Smith will come out. And a timeout called by Nantucket. So both teams left with 3 timeouts. We'll take one as well. Whalers basketball when we come back. They trail by 2, 46-44. We're back after this on the NSC on NCTV.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
So after the timeout called by Nantucket, both teams left with 3 for the rest of regulation. 7:18 to go in the fourth. Mashpee 46, Nantucket 44. Whalers basketball, they can tie or take the lead on this possession. I'm DC Collins. We are live at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium on Nantucket. Final regular season basketball game. So glad you could join us here on NCTV, the Nantucket Sports Connection, and Xfinity Channel 1072 as the 3 ball goes off to the side by Genty. Offensive rebound. And it's hauled in by Mashpee. And the development now is Ethan Jarrett for Nantucket, number 21, is back in the ball game playing with 4 personal fouls. Here's a 3, that's off the mark as it was thrown up there by Mashpee. Bramwell with it. Pass up ahead, Lombardi to the hole, and a whistle and a foul as Robillard gets him with the body. And that is team foul number 3 against Mashpee, and that's the 4th for Robillard. With 6:47 to go. Also want to take this opportunity to thank all the sponsors in the fall season, and since this is our last winter season broadcast, everyone that's stepped up and sponsored our broadcasts of Nantucket athletics, hockey, girls hockey, which we didn't think we'd have a season or a game to broadcast, boys basketball, girls basketball, boys hockey as well. Thank you to all of our sponsors. And if you'd like to sponsor the spring sports, we've got some lacrosse games coming up, some softball and baseball games as well. You can check us out, NCTV, or stop by the studio, which is right across the street from one of our sponsors, the Chicken Box, right there on Dave Street. Free throws are up and good. We're tied at 46. Clock running, 6:45, 6:44 to go in the fourth. Mashpee with the basketball. In the front court with it. Falcons have it. Barron kicks it off, wide open. Carew for 3, left it short off the front of the rim, but grabs his own rebound. Here's Barron with an off-balance 3. Side of the rim and a whistle from way out beyond the bucket. We've got a whistle against Mashpee. And that's against Robillard, and that's it. He's done. That's 5 fouls, and he's disqualified. And that's 3 against Mashpee as a team. So Brendan Andrade has to come in as Robillard is disqualified. Picks up his 5th. Nantucket, Willis Ferrer taking his chances right now as Ethan Jarrett, number 21, is playing with 4 personal fouls. He started the 4th quarter but sat for most of the 3rd. And the pass is knocked away by Barron, but he stepped on the sideline, so Nantucket will still have it with 29 on the shot clock. This is Tardamella to inbound to Lombardi. Battle of 11s right there with Barron. Tardamella has it to Jarrett. Spins in the lane, goes up with a shot, no good. Battle for the rebound, gets it, lays it back up and in. And that's the size factor right there for Jarrett. That's what the Whalers need right now as he connects for 2 more. 48-46. Whalers ahead by 2. 6 minutes to play in regulation. Nice cut. Jarrett says, get out of here with that. Oh, boy. Knocks it out of bounds. Mashpee will still have it. Falcons to inbound. Here's Barron. Lob in. Nice move. Reverse layup. As Scarcia got tied up beneath the rim. Nantucket the other way. Scarcia slow to get back on defense. This is Bramwell with it for Nantucket. Cross-court pass to Lombardi. Now to Genty. Now Bramwell fires the 3. That's good! And the Whalers go up by 5. And a timeout called by Mashpee. We will take one as well. Whalers 51, Falcons 46. 5:31 to go in regulation. Timeout on the court called by Mashpee. We'll take one as well here on the NSC on NCTV.
He's got it! He's got it!
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
.5:30 to play in the 4th quarter. Timeout called by Mashpee. That leaves them with 2. Nantucket with 3. Whalers lead 51-46. Mashpee in blue moving right to left across your screen. Final regular season game for both of these teams. Nantucket in a zone defense trying to protect Jarrett, who's playing with 4 fouls. Jarrett underneath. Barron goes up with a shot. No good. Great defense. Nantucket 2 on none. Here's Lombardi. Kicks it off. Layup. Good. Genty converts. 7-point lead for the Whalers. 5 minutes to play in the 4th. Barron gets it off this time to Carew. His shot rattles out. No good. Skying for the rebound right there for Nantucket is Tardamella. Here's Lombardi for 3. That one hits the back iron. It's no good. Scarcia with the rebound for Mashpee. Quickly up ahead. Mattiotto. Scarcia now has the basketball. 4:35, 4:34 to go. Chance of defense from the student section across the way for the Whalers. 14 on the shot clock for Mashpee. And now the pass is intercepted. 3-on-1 for Nantucket. Here's Lombardi. Dishes it off. Layup. Good. Genty with another 2 points. Whalers with a 9-point lead. 4:10 to play in the 4th quarter. Barron gets it back. Kind of caught in no man's land. Dishes it off. Here's a 3 by Carew, and that's good. So Jonathan Carew answers and silenced the student section across the way. As now it's just a 6-point lead for Nantucket. Bramwell off to Genty. Fakes it, now fires the 3. Too strong, back iron. Bramwell gets the rebound though. Fresh shot clock. Again, Genty, that time he connects. Oh, Valententi feeling it right now. Whalers back up by 9 points. 3:30 to go. Mashpee can't find an answer right now. Barron calling for it wide open. That three is no good as Matteo threw it up there. And Nantucket grabs the rebound. 3:16, 3:15 to go. The clock is your friend. Genty again for three. Too strong off the rim. Good save though by Nantucket, but it's right into the hands of Squarcia. Bounce pass over to Mattiotto. And the layup is good as he gives it back to Squarcia. Bramwell has it for Nantucket. Into the front court, gets by one man, takes it all the way in. Layup counted, and nope, they're gonna wave it off. Foul on the floor. Oh, let's take a look right there. Great move by Bramwell. But he was not in the act of shooting, and that's foul number 4 against Mashpee. So just an inbounds pass for Nantucket. Whalers, give them credit. Great defensive discipline. They have not committed a foul in this fourth quarter. And we've got 2:49 remaining. 58-51 Whalers. Genty again for three. Hits the rim and falls through. The shooter's touch. And Valententi heating up in the fourth quarter from beyond the arc. It's a 10-point lead for Nantucket. Down to 2:35 to play. Trying to answer right there is Carew. No good. Missed shot. Another missed shot there by Squarcia and a whistle and a foul. And if it's against Mashpee, we'll walk all the way down to the other end of the court for 2 shots. And they'll call it against Carew. So we will walk the length of the court as Nantucket is in the bonus for the rest of the game. They're up by 10 points, 61-51. There's 2:29 to go in regulation, and Bramwell at the line to shoot 2. And again, as I mentioned, give the Whalers credit. They have not fouled here in the fourth quarter. And that's the 3rd personal against Carew. Bramwell with the shot. Off the rim, no good. Bramwell with another free throw. Up and off the front of the rim, no good. Mashpee has the rebound. Here's Barron, who's been the leading scorer for Mashpee, but he's been kind of quiet here in the fourth. And a whistle, and they'll call this foul against Jarrett, and that will be number 5. No, they'll call that against Genty, number 12. That's his first, the team's first. Could have been called against Jarrett. That would have been his 5th. Here's a steal for Nantucket. Lombardi has it. Lombardi coast to coast. Layup, no good, left it short. And the ball knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Whalers. Here's Bramwell. Inbounds it to Lombardi. Lombardi. Haig back in there. Clock is the friend for Nantucket. 61-51, they're up by 10. Bramwell thought about the 3. Shot clock down to 20 seconds. Genty over to Lombardi, quick 3, quick trigger, left it short, no good. Offensive rebound though for the Whalers. And they can milk more of the clock. Mashpee not willing to foul as of yet. We're down to 1:40 to play. Bramwell with the basketball. Bramwell drives in, kicks it off. Lombardi for 3. Left it short again. Genty right there. And he puts it back up and in, and now the lead is up to a dozen for the Whalers. 63-51. We're down to 1:25 to play. Barron in the front court. Off to the side. Here's O'Brien. His 3 is good. Not done yet. 3 timeouts left for the Whalers. 2 for Mashpee. And now Bramwell gets it up front to Genty. 1:03 to play. Whalers up 63-54. Here's the 3, and that's good. J.K. connects. 66-54. And a timeout called. 51.7 seconds left. They're going to have to reset it. probably up to 54 seconds as Nantucket calls timeout, and we'll keep it right here. So the way it goes right now, looks like Nantucket will be victorious after a very tough loss on a buzzer beater last night to Monomoy. They lost 60-59. Our own Colby Lucas standing by, and hope to talk to some of the seniors from Nantucket and Willis Ferreira, the head coach, as this will be their final regular season game on senior night. Clock still says 51.7 seconds here in the fourth, and the Whalers up 66-54. And what a great performance. Again, Nantucket trailed 15-5 at the end of one, and then took the lead 29-28 over Mashpee at halftime. Trailed at the end of three, 46-44, but they've been on a roll here. A 22-8 run to take the 66-54 lead with 51.7 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Yasir Smith is back in the ball game for Nantucket as Willis Ferreira has emptied the bench. Jade Williams in there as well. Amari Bramwell, Jake Haig, and also Lombardi in there. Barron fires off a three, air ball, and Smith has the basketball. They're going to try to get it to him on the offensive end. Bramwell in the front court. Whalers up by a dozen, 66-54. Bramwell almost lost it, gives it to Lombardi. Haig will fire the three, and that's off the back iron, no good. Skying for the rebound is Max Smith. Shot clock turned off, and it's stolen. Here comes Lombardi the other way. Lombardi goes in, layup is good. 68-54 Nantucket. Mattiotto has it for Mashpee as we're down to 8 seconds remaining. Mattiotto off to Barron. He'll fire the three, and that's good. And that will do it. 68-57 your final, as Nantucket wins it after a bitter loss last night, 60-59 to Monomoy. Whalers come back, and on senior night they get the win, 68-57 over Mashpee. We'll take a break. Hope to talk to a few players and Coach Willis Ferreira after these words. 68-57, Whalers end their season with a victory here on the NSC on NCTV.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
You know how they send the advisory announcements in an email? I never read those.
Same, and then I never know what's going on.
Your advisor should be showing the Whaler word during advisory.
Or you can check out old and new episodes on Nantucket High School YouTube channel.
We also have sports updates, field coverage, arts, and entertainment.
And weather.
What days does it broadcast?
Thursdays!
NCTV is also showing our episodes on the local channels throughout the day.
And don't forget to like and follow our Instagram, Whaler_word,
for more behind the scenes content and further
updates.
But definitely every Thursday during advisory, right?
Bro, it's fire. You gotta check it out. And if your advisor isn't showing...
Gets it! It's over! It's over! The Whalers win! The Whalers win!
Back here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium, it's NSC on NCTV. I'm DC Collins. Thanks for joining us. We're joined by senior Dante Brim. First of all, you got the flowers in your hand. Your niece is here. Your family's here. How's it feel to just be recognized by your fellow students and your family tonight?
And it feels good. You know, I work hard, and I just like to come out here and play basketball every single day. You know, work hard, make my team better. You know, we have a good young core. We didn't do too well this year, but it's a bright future we got, and I'm confident that Coach Willis and the rest of the coaching staff has good things planned for next season and the years to come. So it just feels good to have my senior year.
Well,
go out in a bang.
Let's talk about it real quick, and we'll mention it for 2 seconds. Last night was it was rough. We were here. I called it, the buzzer beater too, and it sort of cost you guys a playoff spot, but here tonight, you guys started out real slow, down 15-5 after the first quarter. What did Coach say to you? What did the teammates say to sort of turn it on in the second and the third quarter? And also, let's talk about Ethan Jarrett having to be on the bench with 4 personal fouls, but the rest of the team stepped up, including you guys and you yourself.
Yes, sir. I mean, at the end of the day, we know what we have to do. We know what we have to do to execute, win games. This is a team that we've beat before, so we know what it takes to beat them. All it takes is just knowing what we got to do, Just coming out, playing basketball, playing hard, aggressive, and win the game. Score, defense, all that.
What's your plans for the rest of the school year? You're going to play any sports? You're going to work out hard here in the gym, playing some more basketball?
Always basketball, but I got to work as well. I work in the spring, Nantucket Boys and Girls Club, so get some money, play basketball all the time.
Say hello to my friend Joe Friday over there, and also Derek as well. Gotcha. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
That is Dante Smith joining us. Congratulations. Hey, great game tonight for Nantucket as they win over Mashpee this evening by a final score of 68-57. Stand by just for a few seconds, see if any of the other seniors want to join us. But still a great victory for Nantucket after the tough loss last night to Monomoy. They beat Mashpee tonight 68-57. The girls' side not so lucky. They lost 42-41, but a successful season for the Whalers, and hopefully we'll see some of these freshmen, sophomores, and juniors back on the court come next winter season. That'll probably wrap it up from here as the rest of the team is celebrating in the locker room. Hey, I want to say thanks to the entire crew this afternoon and this evening. That's including Weston Scott. He's on the camera up top. Chloe Remick on the camera in the corner. We had Olivia Nascimento join us for the first game. And, of course, Charles Douglas behind the scenes joining us.
Hello.
Say hello, Chloe. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. And Charles Douglas, too, the man, the myth, the legend. He'll be back. He runs basically the shop over there at NCTV, and we will be joining you in April for a few softball, baseball, and lacrosse games as well. Also want to say thanks to Chris Morris, who's enjoying some snow this afternoon. Chris, wish you were here for this great win, but I appreciate the opportunity to fill in. My name is DC Collins. Final scores for the final time in the first game of our doubleheader. Whalers lost the nail-biter 42-41 to Mashpee, but the boys came back on Senior Recognition Day and defeated the Falcons 68-57. I'm DC Collins for the entire crew. Thanks for watching the Nantucket Sports Connection on Nantucket Community Television. We'll see you in the spring. Have a great night, everyone.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection.